Good evening, it's Natalie Zangon. It's during the 9 days right now. The year is 2022. Yitzhak Hashem with HaKadosh Baruch Hu's help, I'm trying to do this crash course of Judaism 101 to try to go through the different mitzvot and obligations we have as a Jew. So I have like a little breakdown of what it means and how it applies to our life and what just like a summary of it. So, with God's help, I hope you find this helpful, and may this be for complete refuah shlema and healing of all Cholei Amo Israel, whoever needs it. Hashem should give them complete healing. So, as a Jewish person, when we wake up in the morning, we start by, as soon as we open our eyes, we say the blessing of Modeh Ani, which we thank God for, we are grateful to God for returning our soul. The next thing we do is Netilat Yodayim. We take up the cup of water that sometimes is put from beforehand. We put one on right, left, right, left, right, left. Some have it right next to their bed, some have it in the bathroom. Then, after using the bathroom, we say the bracha of Asher Yatzar, which is thanking God that are able to have our bodies function the way it's supposed to. When it comes to getting dressed, everything gets put on the right side first in the kitchen. Everything gets put on the right side first and then the left side. So with whether it's the shoes or whatever on the shirt, you put it on the right and then on the left. So this we also learn about the loss of modesty that comes to the girls, where the dress shirt's supposed to cover the collarbone, the sleeves should come and cover the elbow, and the skirt to cover the knee. And for the men, they have the yarmulke, the kippah that they wear on their head, and the tzitzit, which is like a t-shirt with four the strings attached from the four sides to remember that God is always watching you from all around. When it comes to prayer, we say the morning of Birkat HaShachar every morning. Men need a minyan to pray for at the synagogue, which is 10 men together, whereas a woman has no obligation to daven in a minyan. God knows that she could concentrate without 10 people. Her tefillah will go straight up even if there's not 10 people. When a woman has children, her first obligation is to take care of her kids and to raise them. There is a blessing. As we mentioned, there's a blessing we have after using the bathroom. Every time we use the bathroom, we say the blessing of Asher Yatzar, blessed are you God, which I truly see how amazing it is, especially the cholim that we are dealing with, Michael Levi Ben Dina and all the other cholim, that Hashem should open up all the openings and keep all the closing closed with complete refuah shlema. Then we have the blessing before food. Every food we eat, we say a blessing for it. And the foods have their own order. So if they're sitting on a table, if you say hamotzi for bread is first, and then the rest. The rest is first we say the blessing of cookies, mezonot, hagefen is next, ha'etz, which is on the fruits from the tree, ha'adama, from the earth, then shahakol, which is everything else. Next, separation of men and women. Men and women don't daven together, they don't pray together. When it comes to servicing God and praying to God, we sit in two separate locations, not to cause distraction. There's no touching, there's no touching the opposite gender, hugging, kissing, hanging out, just chilling. And the people that are more practicing, they do not touch the opposite gender. And there's a concept of yichud, meaning a man and a woman cannot be in a closed room by themselves. And this law of separation also applies for when a couple gets married. This is the next part. When you get married, the woman covers her hair to show that from now on she's belonged and she has a husband. She practices the laws of Taharat HaMishpacha, which is the family purity. During the follicular stage of her period, when she's menstruating, there's a time of separation, 2 weeks of no physical touch, only emotional contact. And the luteal stage is 2 weeks that physical touch is allowed. So within Orthodoxy, there is the companion relationship component, which takes a lot of effort. Then you have the romantic, intimate level. Next, we're going to go to the laws of kashrut. We do not eat meat and milk together. Our dishes are separate. It's meat, dairy, and parv, not meat or not dairy. Everything we eat has a kosher sign on it. We are careful with not separating the two. We have separate utensils, separate pots, separate pans, separate dishes. And the lesson for this is that you have to have mercy. You cannot cook a lamb in its mother's milk, because we need to have mercy on everything that we do, to teach us to be merciful, to be able to have derech eretz, loving kindness to everyone else, is an essential part of Judaism. To be mindful of everyone else, to have hakarat hatov towards people around you, to be grateful for what they offer you, to have derech eretz, the way of the land, is essential. And then we have the laws of Shabbat. When it comes to laws of Shabbat, the mitzvah of hafrashat challah, separating a dough offering, if you make 5 pounds of more, is to teach us to think about other people, to give and think about others. That lahafrish, the separation, is the dough that we give to the kohanim. And nowadays, the bread that we see now that's called challah was a whole story that was picked up from Europe. You could check out my website on jewishchallah.com. The reason we say hamotzi on 2 loaves of bread on Friday night, it comes from the fact that the man came down double on Friday night. So that's why we say hamotzi on 2 loaves of bread, and we cover it because we're saying hagefen first, not to embarrass. Again, metaphor. Judaism has a lot of metaphor to teach us how to be better people and better human beings. And the mitzvah pru'urvu, get married and have children. Judaism is a religion of family. You get married, you have children, you raise them, you bless them. We are a religion that believes in community, living in a village, living amongst the village, having derech eretz, kibbut avim, respecting your parents is essential, and also tzedakah, giving maaser and thinking about other people and not only yourself. Bikur cholim, visiting the sick people when you know people are sick. Almanot, people that their spouse has passed away, make sure to make an effort to be with them. And hachnasat orchim, hosting people at our house, is essential. Here's Judaism 101 under 7 minutes. This is Natalie Zangon, wishing you a wonderful, meaningful day, and to the building of the third Beit HaMikdash, may it be in our time with complete Ahavat Yisrael. Thank you.